Hello, and welcome to this introduction training about data. This presentation has been created to help NGOs understand what is data, why do we need data, and how it is useful to implement projects in the field. India Literacy Project (ILP) has developed this training as a part of the ILP Knowledge Hub initiative. You can visit www.kh.ilpnet.org for more details about this initiative. So, what is data? How is it defined? Data is simply a collection of facts. It helps us to make some conclusions. Why do we need data? The answer is very simple. We need data to make good decisions in our projects. We should use the right data in the right way so that we can make the correct decisions in our projects. Let's look at a simple example of how data can lead to the decisions that we make. Consider the example of a boy named Raj. 3 years ago, Raj was 4 years old and his weight was 12 kgs. This is data. This was a fact. At that time, the Anganwadi worker recorded Raj's weight in the growth chart. By recording this data, the Anganwadi worker captured the data or the fact into information. Today, Raj must weigh at least 22 kgs. If he is weighing less than 22 kgs today, then he must be malnourished. How do we know this? We know this because of all the data and information that has been previously collected. That means we have used the previous data and information to gain some knowledge. And we used this knowledge to make a conclusion that Raj is malnourished if his weight is less than 22 kgs. Based on this knowledge, we can make some decisions. 2 decisions we can make are to refer Raj to the nearest primary healthcare center immediately, and then understand reasons why Raj changed from being a healthy child 3 years ago to a malnourished child now. In summary, data and information create a body of knowledge, and this body of knowledge helps us to make decisions. We have briefly understood what data is and how it can be used to make decisions. But we all will agree that there can be many challenges in the process of data collection and analysis. Let us look at some such challenges. Data collection is often a very detailed and painstaking process, especially when we have to go to the field and collect data about every child or every family or every school. It can be really hard to do. You must think that you already have a good understanding of the situation in your villages. So why waste time collecting data? Can't we just directly start working on fixing the problem? There is a lot of government data already available. Why collect more data again? Can't we just reuse this government data? Even if we collect the data in the right way, the government may not always believe or use our data. Then it may become a wasted effort. Even if we collect the data and the government is also supportive, we just don't have good tools to understand and use data effectively. We don't have the skills to translate this data into the actions to be taken in the field. All these reasons we have listed above have some merits. These are real challenges and should not be neglected. But at the same time, there is a lot of evidence that when data is collected and analyzed and used in the right way, it will bring a big benefit. Most importantly, please do not just collect data just because your donor is asking for it. This is the most damaging thing you can do as an NGO. So let's try to understand if data is useful and for who. Here we will focus on education-based projects. How is the data collection useful for an NGO? It will help the NGO to understand the ground reality in a quantifiable way using data. This data will help the NGO to create a suitable action plan. During project implementation, data will help the NGO to quantitatively track and report project progress. Overall, this will help the NGO to improve the qualitative impact of the intervention. The community where we are implementing the project will also have benefits. Parents can understand the progress being made by their children in the schools and Anganwadis. They can also monitor how the school monitoring committees and mothers' committees are performing. This data will help the community to engage with the government members at various levels to discuss about their issues and possible solutions. When collected the right way, even the government may look to use your data. They can use this data as a third-party assessment of an area of intervention. They can then use this assessment to improve the services they provide in the project area. Eventually, it can also help in the planning and budgeting exercises of the local authorities. Of course, the donor organization will also have benefits when data is collected and analyzed and used the right way. It helps them assess the project objectively and in an efficient way. This helps the donor organization to provide clear and objective updates to their stakeholders and donors. Within the donor organization, this data helps them to strategize for the future, which organizations to fund, which regions to invest more in, and so on. It is always important to remember the data does have an important story to tell us, but we have to use it in such a way that we get the benefits out of it. So how should we make the whole process of data management work? Let's understand this a little bit. The first step is, of course, to collect the data in the field. It is easier to collect such data when we can create forms that are designed well for collecting the data easily without making too many errors. Then we enter this raw data into a file, for example Microsoft Excel, and create analytical reports for this data. Such reports will then help us to understand the field situation in a quantitative way. Based on this understanding, we can create suitable action plans and spend the project funds in areas of highest importance. Of course, this will also help us monitor progress in the field and report this progress. And this will be a continuous process that can be used throughout the duration of the project. So, are you an NGO implementing education projects? Are you looking for data collection tools for your projects? Do you need simple tools to analyze data that you have collected? India Literacy Project has done extensive research to create 5 different data collection forms and related analytical reports that are designed to help NGOs collect, analyze, and report data in an efficient and effective way. Most importantly, NGOs can use these tools for making better decisions in their projects. Thank you for listening to this presentation. Hope you have found it helpful. You can visit our website www.kh.ilpnet.org for viewing more training videos and a wealth of information related to the area of school education sector in India. Thank you.